I've lived in this house for coming up on a decade now, and this has been the main downstairs bathroom, essentially exactly the same since I've moved in. So a couple things I want to do for this bathroom remodel here. One, I want to take out this old vinyl floor, which you can see is cracking. So that's going to come out. I want to take out the vanity. I want to repaint. I want to redo this sort of chest that I built initially. I want to see if I can redo the trim around this window. But the most important thing I think I want to do is getting some tile down. So let's get started. There's the quality of the bolt that was holding my toilet to the ground. There she goes. I'm at the point where I think I'm ready to deal with this toilet flange, because clearly it is old and seen some better days. And so from what I've seen online, these old cast iron systems were sealed with lead. So a material called oakum is jammed into this gap. So this flange is wider than the pipe itself. So the flange is set in, oakum is put down to create like a tight seal, and then molten lead is poured on top of the oakum to create a barrier that binds the flange to the pipe. So in order to get this old flange out to replace it, I need to drill out all of this lead and get all that oakum out, and that'll free up the bond between the pipe, which is in the middle, and the flange on the outside here. And I should just be able to slide that whole thing right off and then put on a replacement. So I'm getting to that right now. Whoa, flying lead. Hide your babies. Look at that. Boom. That's all the lead. Now I'm just left with oakum. Oh, starting to get some play on the flange. That's promising. Oh, here we go. Come on up. 100-year-old flange out. So right now I'm cutting out around where the toilet flange is gonna go and then where the water supply line for the toilet is gonna go. And then I'm gonna go dry fit everything before I refasten everything in with brad nails. Here is my dry fit for the plywood that I'm putting back in. And I just decided to make the toilet flange hole a little bit smaller. The new flange that I got is supposed to lay flat on top of the finished floor. The final height should be something around here when the tile's installed, and that should lay perfectly flat, which is just what we want. We're laying down the concrete backer board, cement backer board. Just about to cut the holes for the toilet flange and the supply line. All right, we're testing the fit of the holes. Look at that. Perfect. Walking around in here, this feels like it's already tile. It's so sturdy feeling. I'm using these hexagon mosaic tiles, and I found that this hand cutter works fine, but it just makes edges that aren't super perfect. But what that means is that I'm probably gonna have to take these out, tile the hexagons all the way to the drywall, and then put subway tile over the top to hide those imperfections. Here's the result of my drywall repairs. Doesn't look too bad all in all. I'm gonna let this thin set dry and clean it up a little bit from there, but I feel pretty good about that. wrapped up paint. It's looking pretty white in here. I'm starting to dry fit tile. Now, fun part of cutting all these tiles begins. So I have to just cut each tile individually by hand with this guy. There we go. Just like that. I've finished my dry fit. I feel good about how everything is laying out. And I'm gonna start doing thin set now. How does that not line up at all? Oh my God, okay. I thought this would be easier than this in the beginning. Where did my pattern start going wrong? You know, like what happened? This is an absolute nightmare. So exciting and so fun. No problems here. This is the official technique. Here's what I'm doing for my floorboards. The last of the floor grout. I feel confident that that'll make a good seal. There. All right, good. Woo! Hey, nice. toilet to me. This door transition is an awkward height. That fits in nicely there. And there's this little front piece that kind of shims in. Oh, they do. I got a little bit spooked for just a minute. This is the dresser that I got on Facebook Marketplace that I'm going to be repurposing for my vanity. Cheapy sink, 20 bucks at the local rebuilding center. So I went to go test my plumbing and I realized that this old nasty pipe has some really janked up threads from rotting away over the years. I opted to get this insanely massive tap to try and tap new threads into this thing. Automatic transmission fluid. Look at that. Goes in quite a ways now. These are my freshly polished brass pieces. And after. Door trim is in. Looking at the back of the vanity here, I added some little wooden blocks so that as the drawer comes back, it's got a new place to stop because I adjusted the depth. Most people think it'll pull out farther, so those tabs will just stop it so all the stuff doesn't fall out. And when you need to take the drawer out, you just swivel down and out comes the drawer. It's plumbing time! I haven't locked everything permanently in yet, but here's what the plumbing looks like for the time being. Nicely fit. She's in! I believe I have everything hooked up and tightened down nice and strong. Appears to be working. Well, after taking all the wires out and rewiring it all together, it works fine now. Looks pretty good. Just got my towel rack reinstalled. Just picked up this cool old mirror. I'm working on my shower curtain and I decided to do a wooden dowel instead of this metal rod. And I've just cut a circle of these like waterproof sticky things around the back, and I'm gonna peel off the sticky part and just put this up. Just stained my shower curtain rod. Wait for that to dry, and then I'm going to apply some polyurethane to keep it waterproof. The shower curtain is in, and the shower rod, which I just finished staining and coating in polyurethane, is in. The final step. officially done with the bathroom. Here is the finished product. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can get a wider view. All in all, I am pretty freaking happy with how this all came out. It's been a fun project. It took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but the outcome is above and beyond what I was looking for. So, you know, the house is a 1924 build. I wanted to sort of bring it back to what it might have looked like 100 years ago. And hopefully some of the work that I've done here will remain for the next 100. But yeah, very fun project. Very glad to be done with it and ready to move on to the next one. Thank you all for watching.